Hello?
What time is China now?
I just see a static image.
7 hours aside.
And Alex is here. Hi, Alex. And the other one has left. Okay, well, Alex, I hear you very, very low.
Okay, just a sec.
Better not.
I signed for
No.
you. I went.
Testing. Can you hear me?
Okay, now better. Perfect.
Yep.
Great. How are you, Alex?
Yeah, good, thanks. Good.
Cool.
Okay. Stuart's presumably not coming today because he's hectic.
Yeah. I'm the boss today. Or I'm a steward today, as you prefer.
Hello, surrogate Stuart.
So, do you want to start you giving hi back Jack. So your summer code has finished already?
Yep.
You want to give us a quick update of what is done and finished? Because I've been completely disconnected of the time series.
Yeah. It's been Stu, Danny, and I have had difficulty trying to liaise times lately. So, just give me a second. Bring up my branch. Which is that. How do I? Jeez, I can never remember how to use GitHub. It's so complicated for what is essentially a really simple thing.
It's not that complicated.
You should, every time I talk to Stuart, every time he's, oh yeah, it's just this line and that line. Oh, it's not working. Oh, it's that line as well. Oh, and that line. Oh yeah, and you need this line. Oh, that's not doing it. Oh, we'll do this line. Oh, and that line. And then half an hour later, he's like, why is it not? Oh, it's that. Right, okay, just a sec.
What is what you're trying to do?
Yeah.
I have your pull request open, so.
Right. Well, yeah, I don't. I can't figure out how to get to the darn thing again. Sorry, no, I don't have a pull request, do I? I just have a.
You have a pull request, the 1846.
Oh Christ. Second.
So if I can, I copy the here in the chat. So.
Yeah, I've got that. What's this? Oh right, okay, that's out of date, I assume.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, it's out of date by quite a lot. Oh no, sorry, because it's going in reverse chronological order. Okay, 18th of July, working on tests. Okay, no, that's reasonably up to date. Yeah, so what I was hoping to do was find the actual branch. How do I navigate on GitHub to find my branch, because it doesn't.
So if you click in any of those commit message on the time series pull request, it opens. You can go to your branch.
Sorry, can you repeat that, please?
Yeah, any of the files on the pull request. If you click view, it goes exactly to the branch where you did that.
Okay.
No, the branch, the commit. Then you can find the branch in time series. So I can click to your branch, which I have it here. There you go. There's the link there. Well,
it's funny that sorry, it's weird to say it. Well, if you click on any file, it's like why isn't there a link to it? It just seems odd that you have to click. I swear, GitHub just doesn't. I don't get it. I do not get it. Right. Okay. Let me. Anyway, So, the most recent work that I've been doing, I've created the documentation for it.
Yeah.
So we now have a full guide. Danny, I haven't had a chance to catch up with Danny, but meant to be looking at it last week. But both Danny and Stuart have been too busy to be in meetings for the last 2 or 3 weeks now. So I've run into a snag with testing that Python 2. I've got a problem with testing on Python 2. I don't know why, but for some reason it's not working on concatenate. And essentially, it seems, and I haven't totally narrowed it down, but it looks like for some reason when I'm concatenating two pandas data frames in Python 2, they're not turning out exactly the same, and I don't know versus Python 3, and I don't know why, and I don't know whether it's my code is going about it the wrong way and they're making a change before, but that's not too bad in the sense that hopefully is a reasonably simple fix once I figure out what the problem is. So then, in which case I've got 70 unit tests running, which work perfectly in Python 3. Of those, only 66, I believe, work, or no, was it 67, work in Python 2. But again, they're all related to exactly the same fundamental flaw, which I'm kind of searching for. The implicit, we haven't got the implicit source working yet. So at the moment, it's still explicit. You have to state what the source is when loading a file. That's something that Stuart and I will hopefully be going through potentially next week or this week if Stuart has time. So I'm obviously over to Sheffield next week with Stuart, so that means I'll be closer to him and able to sort stuff out. But really, the main thing is, obviously, I'm waiting for Danny to actually get a chance to look at give me some higher level feedback. Essentially, he gave me some feedback on the documentation, and overall he seemed okay with it, but I haven't had a chance to actually talk about it. And he was saying that again he had some problems with Python 2, which probably relate exactly to the same issues I'm having with the unit test Python 2. So that's just a snag, which hopefully should be fixed pretty quick. Other than that, really, yeah, at the stage where as soon as I've fixed that bug, if there are any corrections, again, Danny didn't suggest any major corrections to the documentation, but once I get a chance to talk to him, he might have some tweaks that he wants. Really, I think it's time to start thinking about putting the pull request in and then having lots of people play with it and or break it. Yeah, I believe that's sort of the stage that we're at right now.
Cool, thanks. It seemed like you have to update the pull requests with master, like to rebase or something.
Okay.
Because at the moment the tests are not even running, so I don't know whether that is. Yeah, but anyway, you will do that next week probably.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll talk that through with Stuart. Again, another evening of Stuart talking through GitHub with me.
How much is left to do in time series?
Say that again.
How much is left to do in the time series object?
Well, so essentially the object, as far as I'm aware, is pretty much there. I need to do a little bit of neating of code. As I say, the only problem is that the tests, when I test it in Python 2, I get a weird bug when I concatenate. And the drilling down that I've done so far, it looks like it seems to be a problem with the pandas data frame concatenate. But I'm assuming it's not obviously specifically the data frame object. It just might be that there's a variation in the way that it's executed in Python 2. Essentially what it means is that I concatenate two subtly different ways, and it might be that it's concatenating them in a different order. And for some reason, then when I compare the two concatenations, the two time series, which is basically the panda data frame when I compare them in Panda 2, they don't match. Whereas when I compare them in in Python 2, they don't match. Whereas when I compare them in Python 3, they do match, as they should do, because they're essentially the same data, just put in a different order, concatenated in a different order. But obviously, it's stored sequentially, time-wise.
Yeah.
So that is the only real problem with the time series objects, as far as I'm aware. And again, there's the one source feature to add, but it's pretty much ready for people to start using, I believe. But again, I haven't had a chance to really talk with Stuart or Danny for the last couple of weeks.
Well, we can propagate, why don't you? That's a way to solve the problem. Cool. That's pretty much this. Quite awesome. I'm reading the documentation that you have written there. Yeah. I'm looking forward to get that.
Well, I'm looking forward to getting people playing with it, to be honest. So it's again, it's just one of those things where, again, I think Danny and Stuart have both been away, so it's been kind of hard for us to liaise and talk about it.
Okay, thanks. Right, do we want to check the pull requests? Anyone that has one favorite to start with? Um, 1864. Anyone has any? Any comment on that?
It says it has conflicts.
1864. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Jesus, I'm not that fast like Stuart. But you're happy with it? Well, you can just put a +1, and then when the store fixes it, it just gets merged. That was from last week.
It's just documentation, right?
Yeah, well, I changed something there in the time. 1867. That was merge. So I'm gonna merge 1875. Done. Oh, you just added, okay. Has anyone had time to check the Summer of Code pull requests?
I've reopened.
Yeah, I saw that you opened yours.
Yeah. So,
what is needed to be done there? Where's yours? Oh, last 1897.
1897.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the interface, like how you actually use it, is a little clunky, in my opinion. So it needs some cleanup there. How
do you want to do that? Do you want to? I mean, because otherwise, these pull requests could be open forever, unless.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, there's a lot of tests commented out.
There's. So I think what happened in the end is that she wrote some tests kind of halfway, and then we didn't have time to actually. Well, okay. So the problem is that we solve this issue of you have to use Chianti Pi to calculate all of the contribution functions. So I don't even know like what a definite timeline for having it merged would look like. Like there's still, I think, a decent amount to be done for it to be merged into the actual code base. It mostly, I mean, we got to the point where we could calculate the response functions, but there were still some questions about the atomic data and how much, what number of transitions, what number of ions need to actually be included in the calculation. And we didn't like resolve that problem. So there's still some discrepancies between like what SSW calculates and what we're getting.
So when you mean discrepancy, you mean in the results, or you mean in the way of using it?
No, in the actual results, yeah, in the response functions.
Okay, so.
So yeah, I mean, this could be open for a little bit, so I'm not sure what.
Okay, do you? No, I mean, probably you don't have the time to commit completely to it. So.
So what I was going to do is try to devote a decent amount of time to it over the next maybe week or two and see how much is actually to be like, because it's possible that it could be resolved in a week and a half, but it's also, I mean, because it also depends on, I mean, there are these other issues of how do we pull down the instrument data that we need from these GenX files. That's another problem that we never actually solved.
So at the end, what was the status of that? Did you know whether Stuart managed to get the?
So I need to send an email to Sam Freeland, I think is what Jack suggested a few weeks ago, and ask them, is there another format that they could put the instrument data in that would be more friendly to, basically reading it in with something that's not SSW.
So at the moment, you were converting them into save files, right?
Right.
Because
those issues, the usability issues are small. I mean, okay. I think I could sit down and resolve those in an afternoon. But sort of the bigger issues are...
Yeah, that they are not the same result.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, maybe Starsoft is wrong. I wouldn't surprise. And with that, a lot of papers. Cool. All right. Alex, have you any time to check any of the pseudoscan pull requests that we had?
No, I haven't.
Oh, sorry, Alex. Jack.
No, I have two proposal deadlines this week and one a panel next week. So it will be 2 weeks before I get to.
Are you writing them in GitHub?
Writing my proposal in GitHub? No.
Oh. Okay.
No, I am not. But,
that will make your life
time.
easier. Cool.
Well, anyway.
Okay, because the other pull requests I'm seeing are either failing or made by people who is not here. Yeah. So I don't know. And the database from the other summer school student, I left that to Stuart to manage with it. What about you make just an issue about the testing? I don't know what 7 days, a week ago. Okay. No, I don't know. Is anything else that anyone want to discuss now here?
Yes. So, as you can see, yeah, Chad has joined us. Do you want to introduce yourself, Chad?
Hi, chat.
Hello.
Hi, chat. Chat say hello, but then he just become quiet.
Maybe he's stepped away for a moment.
He's in mute, so.
Yeah. Well, how much more? Hello, Chad. No, you must be having problems.
Well, now he's on mute.
No, I'm unmuted.
Oh, you muted
According
him.
to. No, I didn't. No.
Oh, okay. So, okay, see, he's writing. He's here, and the mic is not
His
working.
mic's not working. That's a problem.
Okay. Well, do you want to introduce him?
Yeah. So. Oh, hang on.
Apart from the project meetings, and
Oh God, yes.
Yes.
Meetings mainly.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, everybody.
And well, I mean, James does teaching, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, right now I can
Yes.
hear you.
Yep, now we can.
That
Well,
sounds really
you can
tempting
push this a bit.
in the way that you say.
Because Tom is just the first. We want to have more.
Cool. So you say that
of
you're familiar with
It will be
Python
harder.
and Git and stuff,
Yeah. So you can push that a bit.
or not?
That's good.
Cool. Well, right now I don't know.
Sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
More grand
Cool.
scheme of creating.
Well, normally what do we have is in the issues we normally have a set
sort
of
hub and spoke kind of model, right? Where there's a
I'm
central
trying to
team.
find the
and
right
there's
name.
sort of
I think it's
people
beginners
scattered around
or
that
yeah,
interact
package
with other
novice.
various trades, and that kind of thing gets
and something like that. And there's so we try to label the package, the issues, the problem with different type of level of difficulty. So if you go to the easy list, at least there is like 18 for novice, like novice in the sense of the package itself.
Is probably more.
And some of the time, like because they're really simple things to do, but we haven't had the time.
It always feel a bit disconnected.
I don't know right in the top of my head. I don't know which one is. What do we need to do? Which priority we have? Well, we don't have really.
Everything's important.
Yeah, everything's important.
The other potential thing to think about, Stuart wants to make a real concerted push on uni down, and I'll try to help him where I can. But
yeah, so if you go to the branches, there is one branch called Unidown. So yeah, so and there is a couple of pull requests that goes to that Unidown. The idea of Unidown is to unify different downloading mechanism that we have in SunPy. So there's different archives that they have data, and there is a pull request from Stuart. Unidown. Yeah, which is the 1300 pull request. So that's probably so that Stuart has made their list of which things needs to be done and stuff. So you can look into that. I mean, that pull request is, I mean, that branch is becoming a bit of a monster. But yeah, I don't know. It's something. It could be helpful. I was thinking right now whether we should do some kind of a sprint. So normally, I don't know when was the last one, but normally we do like a. So maybe we could do one sprint sometime soon, and some people can work at the same time in this one and make it done.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
So maybe Chad, if maybe starting off with a couple of, I know you already made a PR. So if you make that PR, and then maybe a couple of the simpler things, then I'll get you at least touching the code base at some point, and then we can talk about Unidown at greater length. Because we really do need to finish that. That's a big piece of work that
So
I think a sprint would be a good idea.
Yeah, Chad, which is your GitHub? What is your GitHub name? Chad? And you said that you make a pull request already?
Yeah, Chad said that he made a PR, but it got lost somewhere along the way.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Cool. Yes, so we can work in that way and then see what what else we can do. You know that we have the IRC channel. Do you know what is IRC?
So he just put his Chad just put his GitHub username on.
In Freenode is SunPy, or you can use vector or matrix. Sorry, how that works, Alex? How that works? You can either log in here. Cool. So if we don't have anything else, do we stop this now, or anyone has anything else to say?
I'd have to leave in 5 minutes anyway.
Okay, cool. So, okay, so thanks everyone. We'll try to
Alright.
plan a sprint
Thanks,
sometime
Stu.
soon.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Touch you guys soon.
Cheers.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
See you.